Your dog has been staring at you for the last 20 minutes. Not because something's wrong, not because they need to go outside. Just staring. And you have no idea what they want. Here's what's actually going on. Your dog is bored. And boredom in dogs doesn't just mean they're a little restless. It leads to chewing, barking anxiety and behavior that makes apartment life genuinely miserable for both of you. In this video, I'm going to show you the 7 most common signs of a bored dog, why each one happens, and exactly what to do about it. Stick around for sign number 4. Most people completely misread it. 7 signs your dog is bored and what to do about it. Sign number 1, your dog is destroying things. Shoes, couch corners, the corner of your rug, the TV remote you just bought. If your dog is chewing through your belongings, most people assume it's a training problem. Sometimes it is, but more often it's boredom. Dogs are built to use their mouths. Chewing is mentally stimulating. It releases tension and burns energy. When a dog doesn't have an outlet for that, they find one themselves. And it's almost never your least favorite item. Think of it this way. Chewing isn't your dog being bad. It's your dog doing the only interesting thing available to them. What to do about it? Give them something better to chew on and make it worth chewing. A Kong stuffed with peanut butter and frozen overnight will keep most dogs occupied for 20 to 40 minutes. Bully sticks, rubber chew toys, and lick mats are all solid options. The goal isn't just to redirect them, it's to give them something that actually satisfies the urge. If the chewing is happening while you're away, that's a different problem, and we'll cover that later. Sign number 2. Your dog is making noise and you can't figure out why. Not the "someone knocked on the door" bark. Not the "I need to go outside" whine. Just random barking. Whining at the wall. Crying in the middle of the afternoon for no obvious reason. This is one of the most frustrating signs of boredom, especially in an apartment where your neighbors can hear every single sound. And the instinct is usually to tell them to be quiet. That works for about 30 seconds. What your dog is actually doing is communicating. They're telling you they're understimulated. They've run out of things to do, and noise is the most effective tool they have to get a response. What to do about it? Before you reach for a bark collar or start shooshing them, try a sniff walk. A sniff walk is exactly what it sounds like. You let your dog lead, stop wherever they want, and sniff for as long as they want. No rushing, no distance goals. 10 minutes of sniff walking is mentally equivalent to about 30 minutes of regular walking. It tires them out in a way that a quick bathroom break simply doesn't. For apartment dogs, this is one of the most underused tools available. Sign number 3, the zoomies. You're sitting at your desk at 9 p.m., minding your business, and your dog suddenly sprints from the couch to the wall to the kitchen and back again at full speed for no reason, multiple times. This is called a FRAP, a frenetic random activity period. It sounds alarming. It's not dangerous, but it is a signal. Zoomies are your dog releasing a full day's worth of stored up energy in about 90 seconds. It's funny to watch, but it's also telling you something: that energy had nowhere to go all day. What to do about it? You can't stop zoomies, and honestly, don't try. Let them happen. But prevent them from becoming nightly by giving that energy an outlet earlier in the day. 10 minutes of active indoor play, tug of war, fetch down a hallway, hide and seek with treats will make a real difference. You don't need a yard. You need 10 minutes and a toy. Sign number 4. And this is the one most people misread. Your dog follows you everywhere. Bathroom, kitchen, bedroom, back to the couch. They won't settle unless they're physically next to you. Most owners think this means their dog loves them, and it does partly. But it also means your dog has decided that you are the most interesting thing in their environment, which sounds sweet. Until you realize what it actually means, everything else in their world is so boring that you are the highlight. This is also a setup for separation anxiety. If the only stimulating thing in a dog's world is you being away from you, becomes genuinely distressing, not just inconvenient. What to do about it? Create other points of interest in their day. A snuffle mat, a puzzle feeder, a window perch with something to look at. The goal is to give your dog things to engage with that aren't you, so that your presence is enjoyable rather than essential. This is also one of the best things you can do to prevent separation anxiety before it starts. Sign number 5. Your dog will not leave you alone. Paw on your leg, nose under your arm, head on the keyboard, sitting directly on whatever you're trying to do. This is your dog making a very clear request, and it's not just for attention, it's for engagement. There's a difference. Attention is passive, you petting them while you scroll your phone. Engagement is active, something that makes them think, move, or work. Your dog doesn't want to be near you while you ignore them. They want to do something with you, or at least have something interesting to do on their own. What to do about it? 5 minutes of training. Seriously, 5 minutes. Teaching your dog a new trick, practicing a sit-stay or running through basic commands is more mentally tiring than a 20-minute walk. It forces them to focus, problem solve, and work for a reward. If you do this before you sit down to work, the pestering drops significantly. You're not ignoring them, you've already given them what they needed. Sign number 6. Your dog can't relax. They lie down. They get up. They circle. They lie down somewhere else. They get up again. It's like watching someone who can't find a comfortable position, except it's been going on for an hour. Pacing is one of the clearest physical signs that a dog is overstimulated without an outlet, or that they have built up energy and no way to use it. In a small apartment, this is especially noticeable because there's nowhere to go. Before assuming this is anxiety, which is a different and more serious issue, rule out the simple explanation. First, they haven't done anything today. What to do about it? The most effective thing for a dog that can't settle is a structured routine. Dogs don't manage unstructured time. Well, they need to know when things happen. Walk time, play time, feeding time, rest time. When a dog's day has a predictable shape, they stop waiting for something to happen and start actually resting between activities. It's one of the single biggest behavioral changes most apartment dog owners can make. Sign number 7, and this one surprises most people: sleeping too much. Dogs sleep a lot. That's normal. Adult dogs sleep 12 to 14 hours a day. Puppies and older dogs even more. So, how do you know if too much sleep is a problem? The difference is whether your dog is sleeping because they're rested and content, or because there's simply nothing else to do. A bored dog who sleeps all day often seems fine on the surface. But over time, a chronically understimulated dog becomes lethargic, gains weight, loses muscle tone, and can develop anxiety or depression. It's a slow problem, which is exactly why it's easy to miss. What to do about it? If your dog seems like they've lost interest in things that used to excite them, toys, walks, greeting you at the door, it's worth looking at their daily stimulation first before assuming it's a health issue. Add one new activity per week. A different walking route. a new puzzle toy, a training session. You're not trying to exhaust them, you're trying to remind them that the world is interesting. So, those are the 7 signs. Here's the honest truth. Most of these problems have the same solution. More mental stimulation, more structure, and more outlets for energy, even in a small apartment. If your dog is showing 3 or more of these signs, start with one change this week. A sniff walk, a frozen Kong, 5 minutes of training. See what shifts. If this video was useful, subscribe. We post about apartment dog life every week. And if you want to know how to actually set up a boredom busting routine for your dog, that video is right here.